December 26th. Just like that, holidays are over. Let's get back on the grind. Hey, Ann Fraser, T.O.
I can't talk with both of you talking at the same time.
You're on Louis DTV. Yo. Let's get it. Alright, so I'm going to be trap bar deadlifting today because I haven't trap barred in a long time. And I saw Alberto Nunez use it as part of his cycle. So you know what? Why not? So I'm gonna go 4 sets, 8 reps on trap bar deads. I actually like trap bar, but I got a little dogmatic about it. So what I'm gonna do is get back to it. Why not? Hamstring glutes, get fired up. So in this training cycle, because of the fact that I'm doing 4x8 and I'm just testing out new movements that I haven't done in quite some time, trap bar being one of them. I haven't trap barred in about 2 years. So as you're going to see in the next clip, I'm alternating between high bar and low bar just to get a solid feeling as to which one I feel hits my hamstrings and glutes more than, and going low bar because that's just long. I have long legs and a really short torso. That low bar actually put a lot more stress on the quads. I was feeling my quads shaking on the way back down, and that's not the goal for what I want to achieve right now. When I'm doing any type of deadlift variation, it's simply to hit those glutes and hamstrings and isolate them as best I can, obviously while getting some really good upper back. But if I'm gonna lose that upper back strength, so to speak, because I'm not holding the bar in front of me and really getting my mid traps involved the way I want to, what I will do is if I do decide to trap bar deadlift in my next program and with my next phases, I'll just supplement that with rack pulls and Henley rows instead of just sticking to the instead of me just sticking to conventional deadlifting, because essentially, yes, you can pull more weight from a trap bar position, and so I'll probably just stick with high bar trap bar and then do some rack pulls and train that aspect instead of just continually pulling conventional deadlift or sumo deadlift. It's just nice to get the variety and get the break once in a while, but other than that, I think it's going to be a really good switch. So I decided to go back to heavy hacks. Normally I would do them, just the slider thing alone, no weights for higher reps. But I decided to try and see if I really do like heavy hack squats. And quite honestly, they just torment my knees personally. So I'm just not a fan of hacks. I am a fan, but because they just really bother me, I just choose not to do them. And so I won't be doing any hack squats, or if I do, it'll be really low weight. Obviously, like I said, it'll probably be just the slider part, no weight, and for high reps, because it really sucks to load up. So I know I've talked about it before. So like, while I'm doing four sets of 8, or another day 4 sets of 10, or other day 4 sets of 12. But the total volume is going to be a lot lower than normal. Because when I start prepping again in January, my volume is going to be significantly higher than what it is now. So on average, let's just type it out and say I'm doing 40 reps one day, 48 reps another day, 4 times 12, wait, oh yeah, 4 times 8, woo, 32 reps, and then another day is 40 reps, and another day is going to be, you know, frick. My math is horrendous. 32 reps, 40 reps, 48 reps, there you go. So let's just say the totality of the week is maybe 130, 140-ish reps per body part. The amount of reps per week are just going to significantly get higher. So my post comp phase is really just a deload, and for me that's pretty, even for my deload it might be a lot for somebody else, but for me it's relatively low volume. So today it was just more or less testing some of the exercises that I would want to do, maybe for 8 reps, and then include that in part of my program. But like when I did the hack squats earlier, I loaded it. Like I absolutely hate hack squats, so I will not be doing that as part of my program. There's so many exercises that you can do per body part for certain rep ranges that you don't have to just stick to one exercise for whatever rep range, for whatever reason in your training. If it hurts or you just don't like it, don't do it. Just find something else. And yeah, so that's what we're doing right now. I'm actually almost done. You know, finishing on my last set of pull-ups. I'm alternating my grips on that. Then we go into chest and some arms. Call it a day. Let's keep rocking.
So I've grown to love benching again, and I can really thank Ann for that, because she actually is a great bench presser, and she helped critique my bench pressing form. I used to have horrible shoulder pain because of it. So I'm just going to give you some of the tips that she gave me, which you may know already, but if you don't, like I have long arms, but what I do is, even before I throw weight on the bar to make sure that my hand positioning is, you know, where it needs to be, I actually bring the bar down to my chest, and then I make sure that my forearms are vertical, so that when I press up, I know that that's my start position, because I want my end position to be, you know, be with the bar on my chest, forearms fairly vertical, and that essentially is going to be the strongest point, because you're driving from the elbow, you're driving from the forearms, right? So you want to make sure that that's being completely set. And then keep the elbows coming down at a slight angle. Don't let them flare out so that you put all that excess stress on the shoulders. You'll really save yourself from really harming yourself, potentially harming yourself, if you just keep those elbows coming down at a slight angle and really get that stress down on the pecs, and just enjoy it and start light, and you're going to learn to love benching just like I did. it's the end of the year, and we got our New Year's resolutions going. We want to drop 10 pounds, 20 pounds. We want to hit the gym. And you probably want to punish yourself for the last few weeks of eating and drinking and feeling like you didn't have any control. And well, the fact is that 1 or 2 weeks, even 3 weeks of probably not the greatest eating, a lot of drinking, it's not going to harm your progress if you continue to just hit the road as normal and continue to do things normally again. You see, I deal with clients that are obviously normal people. You know, I don't deal with professional athletes or, you know, collegiate D1 athletes where, you know, training and eating, you know, a certain way is their everyday, all day thing, right? So, you know, there are tons of family get-togethers and holiday parties and all these things that are just, that people are going through and doing. And, you know, there's no need to dwell on it, right? I mean, as I make this video, I'm having a nice little glass of Glenlivet 15. You know, I like to do things a little bougie once in a while. But when I start dieting, will I be having that Glenlivet? Probably not. Maybe once or twice. But the thing is that you have to pick and choose and also accept those choices that you've made when you're dieting and when you have a goal of fat loss, or even putting on size and making sure to track so that you're not eating too much to the point where you put on too much body fat. So the thing here is this, is that as you enter the new year and you're trying to get yourself ready for, you know, that summer body, you're trying to get that spring break body, you're trying to do whatever you're trying to do, keep your approach simple. Make sure that you're going down the right path majority of the time. Of course, you're not going to be perfect, but do the best that you can. Stick to your macros. Train 3-4 days a week, maybe 5 if you're a little bit more advanced, and honestly, just call it a day. Because if you sit and dwell on the past and the eating that you had throughout the holiday, and then try to punish yourself for it, that's just going to be a downward spiral towards resentment, and you don't want to do that. So this is going to be my cheers to you again, and just crush your training, have a plan, and call it a day. That's it.